readers, it's Miss DW. I'm here with another topic that you can write about in your journal. Today we'll be working on writing a review, and this topic comes from that list that we made together last time of things you can write in your journal. Because if you think about it, when we think about the purpose of why we're writing in a journal, it's to document what life was like for kids, or in my case, adults, during the time of the coronavirus pandemic or while we were under quarantine. And if you're like me, you've been home doing a lot of things that you're developing strong opinions about. And when you have a strong opinion, it's a good sign that you're ready to write a review. So let's do some of this work together. Let's first think about some topics we might review. First thing I'm thinking is, if you're like me, you've been watching a lot more movies and television shows at home because, you have more time at home to do that. Movies and TV shows are great things to review. You might be playing some board games or card games or doing puzzles with your family because you have a lot more time to spend with your family, which is a positive. Those are great things to review and to talk about why you like or possibly dislike them, right? Because you might review a video game that you've been playing a lot. Now, I was just about to say, you might not give a positive review to these things. Maybe there's something you dislike, and that's okay too. Reviews can be either positive or negative, and it's important to talk about either of those feelings. I hope you guys have a lot of books to review. I've been reading a lot of books that I could review, and I've been doing that in my book club, but I think a journal would be a great place to record those opinions I'm having about the books I'm reading. Now, maybe you're not reading books that are in paper, but maybe you're reading books on different websites or playing a game on a website you really like or dislike, and so you could write a review about a website. Now, some of you, not all of you, might be eating food that's been delivered from restaurants because even though restaurants are closed right now, they've told us that they would like if we ordered for delivery or for pickup because that helps them stay open and keep people employed or having jobs. So some of you might be able to review a restaurant. Others of you might be able to review a service. Now, a service, something that somebody else does for you. So I just talked to a student who was having music lessons online. That might be something that he reviews. That would be a good service to review. Or maybe you could write a review of all those wonderful delivery services that are bringing groceries and other items that are keeping us safe. Lastly, I've been listening to a lot more music. So you might be kind of like me, a music lover, and maybe you have new songs or a new album you want to review. Okay, now we have some topics we might review. Now let's think about the steps in writing a review. The first step is always the big thinking work, right? I always think about, what will I review? Take a moment, think about which topic you'd like to review and whether you're going to give it a positive or a negative review. You're going to give it a thumbs up, you're going to give it a thumbs down. Either way, it's okay. Reviews can be either positive or negative. We've talked about in our Flipgrid videos, sometimes we give it 1 star all the way to a 5 star. Think about those. That might help you. Now, regardless of whether you give it a positive or a negative review, after you give your opinion, you always have to give your, that's right, reasons. And we like to give about 3 reasons at a minimum to support our opinions. And now remember, when you're writing your reasons are not like general, that book was awesome or that movie was awesome or that video game is awesome. You want to be more specific. What is it exactly that has helped you develop your opinion, right? What is it about that video game? Is it the characters? Is it the plot? Is it the things that you win? Be very specific. But if you're a 3rd or 4th or 5th grader, you also want to remember that your reason should not just be a detail. Like, I love it when I get to another level. It needs to be something more broad because your reasons are supported by details that are more specific. So for example, I love how challenging the game is as a reason. an example of that is that there are many levels to pass before you win, right? So reasons are nice, broad, meaty paragraphs that include some of those very specific details. Now, once you have your opinion, your topic, your opinion, and some reasons, now you're ready to make a recommendation. Reviews often make a recommendation. And when you make a recommendation, you can use language. You can use a sentence starter like, I highly recommend that you read this book because, and then give your reasons. Or you might try this sentence starter. Everyone should try this restaurant. It has the most fantastic food, and so forth. Or you could even say something like, be sure not to miss. Be sure not to miss that brand new song that dropped from and your favorite artist. Now, you might not be giving a positive review, and so in that case, you won't say, I highly recommend the topic. You'll say, I highly recommend you avoid. Avoid, right? That's something that, that you'll say to people who are going to read your review or just to yourself in your journal. Anyway, friends, it is time to write. So maybe today you will write a review of something you've been doing a lot or experiencing, but you might not. Your journal is up to you. So as long as you're writing a lot, try every day, at least 3 times a week. That's great work. So if you're not ready to write a review, go back to this list of other things that you can write in your journal and pick one of those. All right, writers, off you go. I'll see you soon.